What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Innokin Oceanus. So the era of the 2700 battery mods has begun, and Innokin decided to jump on that boat real quick with the Oceanus here. And I gotta say, I've been using this thing a lot lately because it's new. It's new technology. I love new stuff and new tech. So for me, this is something just to kind of slide the battery door off of and show off that 2700 battery inside. And people just kind of go, ooh, that's new and exciting and different. I feel like it's a new dawn for mod makers everywhere because not only are these 2700 batteries longer lasting, but they're also safer. So I feel like everyone's going to have their version of a 2700 mod coming out in the very near future, but luckily for us, Innokin was one of the first ones to do it. So before I get into this video, I do have to state my intent by saying that I did receive this product for free from the manufacturer for the purpose of doing this video. However, it has no monetary value to me, which means my opinions on it will remain honest and unbiased, of course, as always. With that being said, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to the people over at Innokin for sending this my way. I always love taking a look at the latest and greatest in technology, and Innokin doesn't disappoint. So looking online, we have 5 different colors to choose from for this device here. It comes in rose gold, purple, white, black, and gray. I gotta say, very kind of classy looking colors with this one here, but that purple really stands out the most. I'll throw up a picture right there for you guys to check them out for yourself. And the price point on this device is $69.99 for the kit. Now that comes with everything, including the Scion tank, the RBA section, and all that good stuff. So with that, I feel like it's a pretty fair deal for a device like this, especially since it comes with 2 of these 2700 batteries. So I'll leave links down there in the description below if you guys want to pick one of these up, but I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's go down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we have the Oceanus in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging and then we'll take a look at what's inside. So, very minimalist packaging here, just kind of the picture of the mod there. We have the Innokin logo on the bottom and on the top, and on the side the Oceanus logo. And on the back, nothing really much to talk about here, just basically what the kit includes, some warnings, some company information, and a little scratch-off authentication thing right there. But otherwise, pretty plain and simple. So let's just slide her out of the box. Boom, just like that. Oh, look at that presentation, though. That presentation is really kind of what does it for me personally. So, first of all, let's take a look at the hardware itself. You can see here we have the Oceanus. Let's just take that out, which we'll be taking a look at in just a second here. We have, of course, a Scion tank. There we go. There's our Scion tank. Just put that aside. We get a bubble glass with this as well, so not just a replacement glass, this one is actually a slightly larger tank, so you can increase the volume of your Scion tank if you so chose. Then we have this piece here. This isn't something interesting. This is an RBA section, so you can actually build your own coils on this Scion tank if you wanted to, which is something neat, something I haven't seen up until this point. And then last but not least, we have 2, not 1, but 2 Amp King 2700 batteries. So that is something really cool that they do for you. Not only that, they also give you these little silicone skins for them as well. So that is something really cool. I like that they include not 1 but 2 batteries, because I'm sure, you know, at this point not many people have a big collection of these 2700s, so they give you a few right there with this kit, so that's awesome. So let's move on over to the other side here. This is the accessories package, and we'll open this up for you guys and show you what we get with it. Very classy packaging. Again, this is like super ultra professional like, and I could definitely appreciate that. So let's spill all the guts out here for us, and we'll go over them one by one. Alright, well, there you go. Let's get that over with. My best friend in the world, the micro USB cable. Just adding to the ginormous collection. One of these days I'm going to count how many I have, but there you go. You get the little USB cable. You get a full parts kit pack here. It looks like we get screwdrivers, some O-rings, a set of coils, which is kind of a nice touch, and a whole bunch of extra replacement little screws. You also get a little bag of cotton as well. Have no idea what kind of cotton this is. Looks like just kind of regular old cotton ball style cotton, so I guess, I mean, that's just something extra that they throw in, so that's pretty cool. And there we go, we have the Innokin vape band as well. So Lots of little extras here. In this little envelope, we have, oh, okay, yep, all right, all the extra paperwork. So a nice little booklet style safety and warning guide here. Just flipping through that. Very wordy, very tiny print, but it is booklet style and not the fold out paper. So 5 points, but also -5 points for being so wordy. We have the warranty card, you know, pretty standard stuff there. And we have an important battery safety warning card. So just a little card that they throw in that gives you a whole bunch of warnings about the batteries. And of course, Innokin stickers. So that's something that Innokin gets right in every one of their products. Thank you for the stickers, Innokin. We appreciate it. And also you get this little kind of fold out kind of quick start guidey thing. It's interesting. There we go. We have our completed little card thing here, which is a nice little stand-up reminder to, you know, how to fill your tank, all the different parts and pieces and what the buttons do. And then if you reverse it, you can actually just flip it on the inside here. You can see exactly how to change the settings, how to install the battery, what the lights mean, and every little bit. So, I don't know. This is kind of halfway between the little fold-out paper things for me, the little quick start guides, and a regular old booklet. I don't know if I like this. Kind of on the fence about it. So here is the Oceanus itself. Let's quickly go over some of the specs on this device. First of all, it features the Aethon chipset. It has a 510 thread. The operating wattage is 6 to 110 watts. The minimum resistance is 0.1 ohms. The maximum working current is 31.5 amps. The maximum operating voltage is 7.5. It has wattage, voltage, and bypass modes. It also features MODP setting for 20% power boost for the first 2 seconds. It has an OLED screen, which also has flip screen orientation. It requires one 2700 battery. It features Vape while charging technology, and you can charge it up with the micro USB right down here at the bottom, all the way up to 5 volts at 2 amps. So here is the Scion tank. So let's quickly go over the specs on this. First of all, it's 24 millimeters in diameter. It features a 510 thread, 3.5 mil juice capacity, top fill design, glass tank and stainless steel construction, dual airflow slots, which are fully adjustable, and they also feature the little stopper for fully open and fully closed, which is nice there. A wide bore Delrin drip tip, and it uses the Scion BVC bottom vertical coil heads for variable wattage, and it comes with a 0.5 ohm atomizer head that's good from 70 to 110 watts. So this is the RTA head that is included in the box. So let's quickly just kind of deconstruct this for you guys here so you can get a good look at it. This little chimney section comes off, and then you have the little tiny Velocity style build deck right there, which is, you know, pretty standard stuff. I feel like it's plenty of room to build on and wick. It looks pretty easy to wick. I might have to do a build video on this thing sometime in the near future. So it looks pretty cool. And it's just a nice touch to throw in the box for those people that really want to build their own coils. All right, so real quick, I'm just going to throw a battery in this thing and we'll show you guys how it works. So it's marked positive and negative on the inside of the battery tray. We're just going to put our negative side in first because that is the spring-loaded one. Just like that, battery fits in nice and snug. Now the device is currently off, so to turn it on, we just click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You get the little Innokin splash screen, and look at that, it's already on. So I have it set to 43 watts, which is what I had it set to before making this video, so it's good. It does save your settings. To change what setting you want to use it in, you press the fire button and the power up button like that. Hold those down for about 3 seconds, and then it changes to voltage mode. If you want to continue changing your settings, just repeat that process again. It'll go to bypass mode. So there you go, bypass. And one more time here, we'll get right back around to wattage mode. So now it's back to wattage mode there. So if you want to change your wattage, all you have to do is just press and hold the up or down button. When the light starts blinking there, you just want to go up or down to your preferred wattage, and then lock it into place by hitting the fire button, or just waiting a couple of seconds. It's going to lock it in. You can press and hold the up and down button for 3 seconds, and that will give you your, I believe that's a puff counter. So if you press and hold that, that's a puff counter. You get the resistance. Oh, and that's also flip screen. So there you go. Press and hold it for a while, and you can flip the screen orientation around to the other side there. So right here at the bottom of the device is the micro USB charging port. You can obviously take the battery out to charge it if you wanted to. However, I've been using the 2 amp charging function on this thing a lot recently, and it works really well. Just a couple of hours charges this thing from 0 to 100%, which is great. And then you have the little light indication, the battery life indication behind the button. Something that Innokin has done for quite some time now. So you have 3 colors, green, yellow, and red. Obviously, just like anything else, green is good to go, yellow is about half charged, and red means get to the charger as soon as possible. So there we go. That's all I had to say about the Oceanus in this particular view. So let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting it off today with the pros, and my first pro is that it's quite powerful for a single battery device. Now, I've complained time and time again on this channel about the single 18650 battery sag issue. Well, that's something that is completely not present with the Oceanus here because it uses a 2700. Not only do the 2700 batteries last longer, but they can also handle higher amperages, which means if you're using the device above 70 watts and you're below 50% battery life, it doesn't have the same battery dip issue like an 18650, where it can sometimes give you the low battery warning a little bit prematurely. So with that, really love the Oceanus for not having any stupid issues like that. My second pro for today is that it has a slim profile and it's very portable. One thing I really can't stand about the dual or triple 18650 battery mods is that they kind of get a little bit bulky and, you know, take up a lot of room in your pocket. So not as easy to travel with, not as easy to carry around all day with you. This thing here is absolutely perfect for your pocket. And not only that, it has the power and battery life to boot. So that is just win-win-win in my book. Speaking of battery life, my third pro for today is the excellent battery life that you get with this device. I've been using it between 50 to 70 watts and I can get a full day's worth on a single charge. I don't have to carry around any extra batteries. I don't have to worry about maybe having to charge it during the day or anything like that. If you're planning on using this thing on the upper echelon of wattage, 70 to 110 watts, then yeah, you might want to carry around a spare battery, but other than that, I get a really good long time out of a single charge. And for my fourth and final pro for this device is it fits most other tanks. Yes, that is something that really bugged me about some of the previous mods that I took a look at for Innokin. They just didn't seem to fit anything else besides the Scion tank flush, and they corrected that issue with this device here. I've been using it most recently with the Serpent SMM from Wotofo, and not only does it look gorgeous on top of this thing, but it also performs well and fits nice and flush. Alright guys, so moving on to some cons. My first con for this device is the bottom piece is made of plastic. Now, I feel like that wasn't the best choice by Innokin because of anything that's going to wear out, it's going to be the bottom of your mod. And this piece right here is made out of a very cheap feeling plastic, and I feel like that's going to be one of the first things to break about this device. Personally, I just feel like it was a bad choice, and I wish they would replace that with a piece of metal or maybe rubberize it or something like that, but as it stands right now, that seems like a weak point to me. My second con today is it feels a little bit cheap and a little bit rushed. Now, one thing I really wish they did with this device here is rubberize this battery door. First of all, it would have added a little bit of grip to it, but also a little bit of style as well. I mean, right now it's pretty plain Jane and kind of boring, but I feel like the other thing about this thing that I'm not too happy with is the paint. I haven't had any paint issues yet, but I can see some trouble areas already starting to form, and I'm kind of worried that this thing is going to start flaking. I haven't had had that issue yet, but I feel like it can be an issue in the future. My third con today is that it just feels unnecessary. They came out with the MVP4, then they came out with the Coolfire 150TC, and then the Oceanus comes along, and really this thing doesn't do anything special. In fact, the other two devices definitely have a little bit more as far as the specs are concerned. The other two have 4,000 milliamp hour built-in lipos and temperature control. This thing doesn't have temperature control, and the batteries that come with it are 3,000 milliamps. So with that, the other two devices definitely win in the specs category. This one, just a little bit slimmer, and you can take out the battery, but for some people, I could see that being a selling point. So I don't know. For me, it just seems like it's unnecessary. For you guys out there, if you really want something that you can take the batteries out of and replace, this might be just the thing for you. And my fourth and final con for this device seems a bit trivial to me, and even now it seems a little bit silly that I'm going to even mention it, but the fact is the Scion tank that's included with this comes with a drip tip that is kind of weird. It's just kind of chalky and doesn't really feel right. Now, I have about probably 5 or 6 Scion tanks at this point, and up until this point, they've been nice and smooth and kind of, comfortable and, good to vape on. This one here just feels really weird as you're vaping on it. It has like that chalky texture to it, and I am not a big fan at all. But it's also a proprietary drip tip, so you can't just change it out with one that you might have kicking around. So that is definitely 2 big strikes for me personally. So with all of that said, would I go out of my way to purchase one of these if I didn't get this one for a review? And my answer would be yes, but just barely. Now, the reason behind that is this thing does nothing special. It's just a 110 watt single battery mod to me. The only thing I really like about it is that it's new tech. I absolutely love new technology. Anything that's new and exciting is great in my book. So with that, yeah, I really am interested in the 2700 battery format. And with that, I really hope Innokin decides to continue on with that series and hopefully come out with maybe a dual version of the Oceanus in the future. So would I recommend this to you guys watching out there? Yes, I absolutely would, because it's a great stepping stone in between the stick and pen style devices and the dual, triple, etc. 18650 devices. So for a simple, easy to use starter kit that comes with everything, including 2 batteries, all for 70 bucks, I would absolutely recommend you guys check this thing out. And of course, I'll provide you guys with links right down there in the description. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts all about the Innokin Oceanus or 2700 batteries or anything else you guys want to discuss. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the box below. You can also pick yourself up a Daily Vape TV t-shirt. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on!